What's going on, beautiful people? It's Bougie Goddess. I'm just getting my days. Well, actually, I'm not just getting my day started. Was trying to get ready to walk out the door, and then I just had this little incline, a little nudge, go on um, some of my social media and just kind of go over some of the questions that I've gotten here recently. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you to the volunteers that allow me to do my practicum, that allow me to do my um, residency and have this experience. So I know that. Um, so being a reader first, and then a medium second, it has been a space where I have always had this thing about past life regressions. And to be honest with you, I was following this young lady or this woman. Her name was Ashley, and that's how I first found out about past life regressions. I found out about them through her. So here's the thing, it's always been in alignment with my path. Hey, y'all. Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, now, hey. It has always been in my path to do past life regressions, unbeknownst to me. I never knew that. I never knew that. So I want to talk a little bit about that. So when I first met Ashley, I came across her. Oh, let's see. It was after my awakening in 2019. Um, I ran across her, found her on social media some kind of way. I think I came across a blog of hers, and she does. What does she do? She does. She goes to the Akasha, and y'all know that's I love the Akasha, right? And so I was intrigued by her, and I just started watching her videos. Then I started like um getting like really, it was just I was almost obsessed with it, right? It was almost an obsession. So I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna look into this. And so I started watching videos of hers and following her blogs when she would go to the Akasha and everything. And the next thing I know, now she charges like $555 to go to the Akasha, and people pay that. So and I'm assuming that, no, I'm not assuming it's worth it, because she she also speaks a specific kind of language. Now I don't know if it's light language or what it is, but when she goes to Akasha, she speaks it from time to time. She goes in and out between that and regular English. And so that is how I first found out about the Akasha, right? And then as time went on, I was following her 2020, 2020, 2021. Then I ran into Astro. And then I was obsessed again. But so now we got two different level of things going on. And when he does his thing, it's kind of a combination. Well, not kind of, it is. So I have my past life regression with him. Those of you that may not know that. And you can actually go and search it up if you want to. You can search up Bougie Oracle Goddess, Quantum Healing, those words exactly. And it was amazing. He's amazing at what he does. Ashley is amazing at what she does. And so, um, because I began to be so, what I felt was obsessed, right, with it. I was watching all of his videos. Then I had went and had one done, and then that broke the camel's back, because at that time, when you go to look at your Akasha records, it's different for everyone. I don't want everyone to think that people talk about it's a book, it's a space, it's just words. So here's what happens. Because we are beings that are multi-dimensional in how we think at times, it can look different for everyone. So I don't want you to have this cookie cutter recipe of what it would look like when you get ready to have your past life regression, because it is 100% different for most people and same for a lot. It just depends, right? I'm an analytical bitch. Okay, I'm so fucking analytical that I analyze shit down to the like, okay, when you're talking about let's say hot and sour soup, right? I wonder, did they use fish bones to make that broth, or did they use beef bones? Shit like that. I be doing too much. Okay. So my right and left brain was like bouncing, right? Bouncing, like what we doing here. And so I had to figure that out to balance it with doing the hemi sync. So that's really important for those of you that are overthinkers, some of you that are very analytical like me, and you can be analytical for no reason, just little gentle things, just silly things, like nothing like it's not trying to analyze a person, but just little things um that throughout your day you analyze and stuff. Like it's crazy. It can really take over and prevent you from receiving what you need to receive. So it's important to balance with the hemi sync, right? Okay. Now, another thing. So I started to watch the videos and I had mine. Then I ran up on in the session itself about my gifts, right? So one came up, I was like, no, and that was medium, right? Mediumship. I had this um idea in my mind because we see these things where you see energies walking through walls and shit like that. Now I ain't saying you don't see that shit, and I ain't said I ain't seen no shit similar to that, but everybody is not like that. So here's the thing: the universe, source, you know, your angelic beings, your higher self, your inner child, your ancestors, they are all going to meet you where you are, but they will push the envelope because that's necessary for your soul's growth. And what do you mean, like, Bougie, what does that look like? My soul's growth. Well, we're constantly growing where we move from one space to another as we learn different things. So if I learned something back in 1970 and now it's 2025, that thought process should really be gone, right? Or it's elevated based on what the topic is or what the situation is, right? So we see things differently. So then that came up about the mediumship. And I didn't want to see nothing walking through no walls, no bullshit like that. Like, hell no, I don't want to see that. However, the empath and many people will feel it even if you do not see it. That is pretty much a fucking fact. I have literally been in a car riding, going out of state on a damn trip that was so magnanimous and the listen, like I said, if you don't see it and you are a true empath, you're gonna feel some shit. Okay. And I meant to send y'all that video. Okay, damn, I got that one too. Damn. Okay. So I was going out of town, going to Sedona, riding in the car. I'm driving. Tanya's on the other side. You better say she's my ride or die. We be sometimes, and then we like, hey girl, hey, love you. Okay, peace and blessings, peace and love. Okay, so that's just what we do. Sisters do that. Sisters have that sometimes, some of us. Okay. And a lot of people that I'm sisters with. And so what is the common denominator? The common denominator is me. I love my Tito. She know it, nigga. I will fuck somebody up. Okay, listen, I will go to a wall. Okay, so let's get past that. All right, so we're riding in this car. Now, what I'm talking about is reception, how you receive things, and the difference you may receive something in the way someone else will receive something. This is important for you to understand because if you watch past life regression sessions, because this is why I'm here right now, you will notice that people see things so very differently, and they may say they see, they feel, whatever. And sometimes the descriptors are really hard for them to come across in their mind. Here's why. When you are in a space where you are revisiting a past and it is not earthly where you are, the words that are earthly may not match up with what you're trying to describe to the person who is facilitating, who is giving the information. You can see it, or the feeling becomes like, I know it, but you cannot put the English words to it. That's a fact. I've seen it many times. All right. So going back to what I was saying, how people see things differently. When you're an empath, you feel different than a regular person, and you can see things, and your interpretation of things is different. It's heightened. So we're on our way to Sedona. Now, I'm giving an example of how if you're an empath, you will feel things before you motherfuckers see that shit. Okay, like, oh, damn, somebody smacked me upside the head. So we riding in the car, going to our destination, and all of a sudden, I'm driving, hands on wheel like this, y'all, and this right arm right here, I look down at the arm and my fucking hairs are standing up just like this. No lie. No lie. You know, like when you're cold, you can kind of see them kind of a little bit. They do a little twiggly twiggly. When you're cold, you see that. But nigga, when you a whole ass empath and a medium, nigga, I'm driving. I gotta stop. Okay, I'm gonna have to work on some verbiage here. Cause baby, I was driving, hands on steering wheel, you know, or maybe it was this arm just on steering wheel. I don't know, but I'm driving, right? And I looked just out of nowhere. I just had to look down at my arm, and my motherfucking hairs was standing up just like that. No lie, at attention, stiff as hell. You could literally say, I said, Tanya, look at my arm. Tanya, look at my arm. Look at my hair standing up. By the time she looked over, she said, damn. She looks up, and about that time, boom. And energy was in the car with us. No fucking lie. Source, the universe, like nigga. It was almost as soon as she looked and recognized, it was like it was too late. You know how you run up on something and bam, right in your face from the back seat. Energy, the universe, source just started speaking, and I knew it. I knew something was wrong with them motherfucking hair. So you can feel your hair when you're cold. You just kind of like brush it. No, no, no. From the pores, from the hair follicle themselves, it feels so different. It's a different feel. And you see the motherfuckers standing up like that, and they ain't even moving. Normally when you're cold, you know, they just kind of be leaning over and over the side. But these was like this, like, oh. And then I knew, okay, them hairs was all up. Yes, they was. So it was a beautiful experience. So I say all this to say this, not to talk about that story. And I got that video, but you know, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna post that video because I have to go by my sister, because my sister was all in her zone right there when the universe came through, and that shit was crazy. No. I didn't get that one. It was on the way coming back when the ancient native collective came through. So that's the video that I have. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so I asked, while we were in the car driving, let's just go back to this just for a little second. While we were in the car driving, I asked, Tanya started laughing and giggling. Tanya does this laugh. It's so funny. I'm laughing because Tanya laughing the way she laughing, and I laughed, right? And so I asked, like, how many was in the car? And if I'm not mistaken, I think was it 32? Was it 52? It was something like, Tanya, do you remember how many beings was in the car? That we had guys upon guys upon guys upon guys in the motherfucking car. So that's why probably my hair was standing up just like that, because it was so much energy in the car. You literally could feel it. Tanya, do you remember how many was? It was a lot. Was it? I can't even freaking remember. But anyway, it was a large number. No, it was not 22. Was it 22? I think it might have been 22. But anyway, we're riding in the car, and I'm just saying, what's up, Hollywood? So I want to say all this to say that when you're going through a past life regression, quantum healing, what you're going to feel, what you're going to see is going to be very different from the next person. So don't beat yourself up about it if you don't have that like experience, because you're like, yeah, she said it was something like 22. I think, yes. Okay. 23. Yeah, it was like, how they fit in here? They energy, baby. They energy. That shit was so bad. So anyway, your experience is not going to be the same. So I want to come on here and talk about a couple of things. One, for this past life regression, what I'm talking to you on now, I got my tripod. If you're having a past life regression, you need to make sure that you have a tripod of some sort, because you're going to have to prop your camera up for the video, okay? So you need a tripod, or you need a stand, or if you got 10 books leaning up against the chair and zooming in, so you need to do that. That's some of the equipment that you're going to need. Next, you're going to need, you got, of course, you got to have a subscription to Zoom so that you can have the actual meeting, okay? What time? Tanya said, maybe 24. Tanya said, I knew I was trying to shrink down as if I needed to fit them in the car. I know, right? I know. It's crazy, right? So the other thing that you're going to need is whatever it is you're going to be using for your speaking device, okay? So if you have only AirPods, you might want to connect with me sometime this coming up week so that we could do a testing of that to make sure that we could heal. I mean, not heal. Okay, yeah, definitely that too. Listen to that. Damn. Okay, make sure y'all play too much. Stop playing right now. Now, don't do that. Okay. Um, make sure that you can hear, and also make sure that you they play too much. Like, what the hell? No, we know that part. Okay, let's stop. Okay, somebody being funny. Okay, and also to make sure that when they're in the ear that they don't pop out. So we'll have you lay down, or if you're going to sit up, we'll have you do that to make sure you're good to go up, kind of lean back, whatever you want your position to do. All right. And then if you got the ones that is the ear plug, that connects to the phone, and your phone is close enough to be by you, good. Or if you have the Mickey Mouse, that's cool too, even better, right? As long as we can hear. So if you have the wireless Mickey Mouse headphones, we might need to do a testing just to make sure everything is clear. And reason that I'm saying is you have 4 hours for your session, and we don't want to waste a lot of time with the little logistics if we don't have to, right? Because there's a session of getting to know each other and talk. Because some of you only see me on social media, but you've never met me in person. I do have really big energy, and I know I do, factually, because I was told that by a few people when I was at this retreat that I was in. And when you hug somebody, like, damn, that's a lot of energy. But you know what's crazy? The person carrying the energy, we don't realize that. We don't know that. We just know that, we just this human being. But when somebody connects with us, they can feel it. But we can't feel our own, right? We really can't feel that. There's no way to describe that other than you just kind of know that because people tell you that, but you cannot feel that. I know that sounds weird, but we can, but others can feel it. All right. So you want to make sure you have your hearing device. And also, you want to make sure that your internet is working like it needs to, that type of thing. Because I know some of you are not in the United States that we're doing this past life regression. So we'll need to do a check. That's very important. Thank you so much for the hearts, and thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. So we just want to do a run check, right? Okay. The next thing I want to say, we've had some new people that don't follow me on Instagram, never seen my videos, my nothing. And they follow me from here, but they may have seen some things here. Or they may follow me from TikTok, but maybe never been in the live, right? So we got some, maybe I think I had 4 people reach out to me and ask me, ask me if they could schedule. Well, since I had the space, I thought about it first. One person, since last week, I told her I'd let her know. Okay, so I want to talk about something. This is really important to me. Y'all, courtesy is really, I'm big on that. I'm big on that. Like, if you don't say thank you, okay, no problem. I think that goes a long way. That goes a long way for me saying, yeah, I'll connect to you too. I don't, because it make me think you don't have fucking manners. Okay, so I'm saying this because, and it sounds a little harsh right then, because I'm really big on that. I teach my son to say thank you. Okay, no problem. You're welcome, right? So if I tell you no, I can't do something right now, a simple like, okay, no problem. Just let me know if you could. It's good, right? It's Gucci. And I know that's my thing. It may be a hang up, but it comes across kind of like, well, since that person didn't get their way, they feeling some type of way. So now I can feel some type of way if I want to. Okay. So this person, if you see this video, you're going to know I'm talking exactly about you, because when I told you, no, I could not do it, that I was booked. And I'll let you know if I can. It just went radio silent. It wasn't like, okay, no problem. I appreciate it. Okay, it's all good. None of that. Be mindful. This is free. These sessions cost, right? And I'm taking my time, not even doing an hour. Some people do an hour or hour and a half. Hell, my session took 2 hours. It wasn't supposed to. It was only supposed to be an hour increment. But being the love that Astro had at the time for me, he went with it. And finally, once I relaxed, and I think it was being in his presence and it was connecting to his energy, I had to do that. I know that now. I didn't know that then. And that it's okay, right? Because I've seen some stuff. And so it wasn't until then I was able to relax and allow the session to take place. And that was about 35 minutes into the video. So if you ever go look at my video, you need to fast forward if you don't want to see it. Well, some people don't matter. They want to see the whole thing, the whole experience. But about 35 minutes into it, it was taking a minute, to the point I said, listen, if we can't take me there, I'm just going to chalk this up as a donation. It's all good. And then I think my higher self, no, we got to get this done. And immediately a little bit after that, that's when I was able to feel what I needed to feel. I didn't see, but I felt what I needed to feel to get me there. And then I started to see. So it is believing first and then seeing. It ain't seeing then believing. Okay. But for some people, it's just automatic and you will. All right. So, with that being said, let's get back to what I was saying. Be mindful when we are having a conversation. I'm a whole empath and I try not to hold things or, react. I try not to. I'm not going to say that I don't, but I try not to. It just depends on what the conversation is about. Okay. All right. So, this young lady who is following me on Facebook and she asked me, yes, I sent you an email, not an email. I sent you a message saying, okay, today I have room. I'll let you do it, right? Right now, we have 16 people out of the 27 who have signed up. I'm not sending anybody emails or nothing. Next Friday or next Thursday, before the first, is the last. Yes, be leaving first, Tanya. Yes. If you have not signed up for your session, you are going to forfeit it because I have to put all my attention now on the sessions. This week, I'm having to go deep with meditation, and I have not done that in so long that I'm having to make daily practice of my meditation to go deep. This is for me. This is not for you. This is for me. So I cannot spend. So every day up until the days that I have my sessions, it's deep meditation. We're talking about an hour, go to the crystal cave, doing whatever we need to do, me and my team, to make sure that I am on point so that I can get the downloads that I need so that your session will be a success. I do want to kind of make a little cliff note that if you cannot go under hypnosis, it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Either you're an overthinker, there is some fear of some sort, or you are a control freak, or you're like just a person who likes to be in control because you don't know what's going to happen next, and you don't, because you don't know what's going to come up. You don't know what's going to come out your mouth. You don't know what your team is going to have you focus on. You don't know the ancestors going. You don't know any of that. We don't know any of that. Okay. Now, there are times like when I'm reading, I can feel somebody coming, like I was talking about the other day. I saw this like way over here. There was a barn right there, and there was a barn opening, and there were two people. First, it looked like mist, and then later they actually materialized into people. And there were two people standing there, and the person who I was doing the reading for, it was her grandparents. I had no idea. And they mentioned something about tobacco. Little did I know, I was thinking just a farmer or somebody working in the fields. That's what came to my mind. But they worked with tobacco, and she said it was her grandparents because her grandfather worked in tobacco. Who knew? So I'm saying all this. Sometimes we don't know. I might see something, but I don't know what it is. So I always make practice of that I'm seeing something. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. Normally, when I see past life regressions, they just go through the session. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this because I'm a whole ass medium and nigga, I be seeing shit. Like, I don't even know what that's called, but you could be talking and I'm seeing something, and I'm trying to figure out now if I'm supposed to doing my past life regressions to let you know that I'm seeing something because it's your past life regression. You're under hypnosis. So I got to figure that out. I don't even know because it happens. So now I don't know that it's going to happen while I am doing sessions, because the regressions themselves is about you, your experiences, your healing, your knowing, your detachment, all of that, right? So I've got to figure that out. If it doesn't pop up, okay, but maybe within my, as the week goes on and I begin to do my deep meditation, maybe it'll come up if I'm supposed to. I probably could just ask Sora, okay, or Rushi, or Raziel, or Francis. It's just, I don't know. Okay. So with that being said, um, when you make your session, just first send me your questions, then book your session. Okay. To the two people that I spoke to or sent messages to today on Facebook, send me your questions, then go and make your Facebook. Then go and make your schedule your appointment. Now, getting back to the reason why I have to cut it off is because I will not have the time. We're talking about from February to May, living my own regular life, doing the things that I do, working, etc. I won't have that energetic time to go be filtering through emails. I don't have it. I don't have it in me. I don't want to do it. I like order. Chaos, although I can thrive and function in chaos, I've done it many times. I prefer not to if I don't have to. In this situation, that's because it's more about your experience. I don't want to do it. So if you're booking, send me your questions to people that I talked about, and then send me your appointment. Okay. Now, next Thursday or Friday is going to be the last day because my first session is next Saturday. Okay. All right. Now the fun part. Now that I got that out the way, I want to talk about some of the questions that have come in from some people that I didn't go over some of them the last time because new people have sent their stuff in. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk about some of them. Here we go. Some of the questions I thought was like, okay, wow. And then some people, for you people on Facebook that are making your appointment, I want to be clear. When you make your question, do not include the words and, or, and also. And, or, also. That makes one question turn into multiple, at least two or more. And some people tried it. And I don't think they intentionally did, but when you're writing something and that's a two-part. You get 20 questions already. So that and that you was about to ask, just make that number 2. Or that also, just make that number 3. Okay. Now I know that's hard for some of y'all because you feel like it's connected. It's not. So when we get ready to go over your questions, and if you've done that, which actually none of you that I've spoke to, when I mentioned it to you, I sent it back to you and had you to correct that because that's a lot. It's already going to be 4 hours, and I don't even know how many lifetimes some of y'all going to go through. So then we got to get to the session where we're talking to the guides. Okay, this is crazy. I'm excited that they're allowing this allotment of time. And then after that, we got to do Spirit World. We got to do that. And then, of course, I told y'all there's going to be a surprise that I'm going to have some of y'all. For some of y'all, I don't going to mention on here, but maybe you'll be able to see it on the video. I think I may have talked about it for those that follow me on Instagram. Okay, so let's talk about some of the questions I got. Okay, one person asked, how many fragments do I have? Okay, and then that's the first question. But then when she sent it back to me, when she sent it initially, and it said, and do I know any of them? So it's one question. So the second question is, do I know any of them? Okay. So the next question would be for someone is, what career am I to do to fulfill my soul's destiny? I like that. The next one says, am I with my soul tribe? Okay. What is my connection to Jupiter? Ooh, okay. She asked about what are her children's gifts. She included them in one question. Now I let that slide because it's for the kids, okay? But it's technically 2 questions, okay? Then she says, does my higher self have a name? Here comes part 2. See, if so, what? That one question, does my higher self have a name, was all would have been needed because the higher self will step through and allow you to come. Allow that information to come up. Then it says, will I have more kids? That's very interesting. All right. And I say that's interesting because I think a lot of times some people, they want them and some people don't want them, and those that don't want them, and then they come up, they're going to have them. Then they're trying to figure out, well, when? Well, no, I don't want that. So the baby souls are not offended by that. Let's just be clear. So let's go through another question. Let's see. How can I prevent blockages when I feel motivated? Oh. Would Bougie be considered my earthly guide in this lifetime? Yeah, some of these questions that have me in them, I'm not going to read them because I'd be like, oh, what? Let's see. And that's not a bad thing. A person just want to know. I think when you get guidance from someone, you can kind of want to know those things. I think that's natural. Okay, let's go to another one. Okay. This one is very interesting. I had a man's voice call my name when I was 22. Was that my spirit guide? Now that's very interesting. Okay. One asked, why is my family so important to me? Okay. How many past lives have I had? And what gender was I last? When I'm doing scripting and ask my questions, who answering who is who's she said who, but who's answering back when I hear the words in my mind? Good question. Good question. What past life karma or issues must be cleared for me to evolve spiritually? That to me is a good question because of the word karma. Some of y'all know. All right, let's go to another one. Okay, here's another one. Is karma real? Did someone just put something on me at a young age? That's two questions. Interesting. What is blocking me from achieving in life? I know this person personally, and I know that that's going to be a profound answer from her team. Okay. What is my purpose in this lifetime? Will I ever have children this lifetime? You're going to have children, bro. I already know that. Why do I feel neglected and unworthy? That's that stings. That one stings because I know this person is well. Okay. What are my values? Think about that. What are my values? You asking your guys, what are your values? Right? Then one question is for the Akasha records. Where my life will be in 50 years. Wow. We're going to get you there, boo. We're going to get you there. Okay. I love this. All right, here's another one. What is my soul's name? Yes. I freaking love that one right there. Okay. This one right here. What food is best for my blood type and health? I love that. Yes. Okay, I need y'all to step back, please. Thank you. Please step back. Give me a minute, y'all. Somebody was coming through for that one. Cause step back, please. Just let me read the questions. All right. What must I do to remember the magic of my witch ancestry? I love that. I love that. Okay. Where should I travel to that would bring me spiritual and financial benefits? I love that. I love that. Okay. How can I connect to my Pleiadian bloodline? Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Okay, what is the largest change I need to make in my daily routine to contribute positively to my overall success? This person wants to know about their success. I love this. I love this. Okay. She did not include and or and also, but that's a long ass question, and that's how you do. That's a baller right there. This person right here. All right. Let's see what else. Did I have any past lives with the guy that I'm dating? That's a good question. Okay. Here's another good one. What are triggers for me that get me out of alignment? And how can I learn to avoid them? More like working past and through them. And I know that for a fact. Okay. Here we go. Will I be crossing souls on a consistent basis? Will I be crossing souls at a consistent basis? Okay. Is there anything that I can do to reduce my gluten sensitivity? I love this. I love this because now we're asking about my health, my body, my inner core. Okay. Here's another good one. What What's the origin of the issue with my ankle and how can I reverse it? How can I reverse it? Did you hear that? Not what can I do? How can I reverse it? She knows. she knows. Okay. Here's another good question. What is my main purpose for me coming back on earth? That's good because we're energy with souls. And she wants to know. Okay. Okay. What's the best soul name for my baby that I'm currently carrying? What's the best soul name? So it's very interesting that she asked that question because the baby already has a soul name. And I know that that's going to come up. So it's not like something you pick an earthly name, but you don't pick their soul name. Okay. But that's a good question. And I know that's going to come up, and I can't wait to hear that, because then we may be able to get into speaking about with this person's regression about soul names. Okay. How do I use the knowledge gained from other lifetimes in this present incarnation for my highest good? Okay, I like that. Now here's one that I really like that she wrote. She said, how could I come into abundance for my highest good of myself, my family, and my relatives? She's not just thinking about herself, she's thinking about others. But hell, when I'm always thinking about others and I be talking about me, it's also for others, and my team already know that. But I just think it's funny that she said that and she separated, and I found that beautiful. Okay. She's like, how can we get it, baby? How can we get it? Okay. Here's another one. Am I a gatekeeper? What? 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 Baby, what? She says, am I a gatekeeper? I can't wait for this one. I can't wait for this one right here because, baby, all right, let's keep going, boo. Don't get overexcited, okay? What is my original name? Now I'm interested in hearing this too, because their soul name, and now I hear original name. And so I'm wondering if this person did some work and found out that is a thing. I don't know, or maybe she meant soul name, but I don't know. Original name. We want to know that. Maybe there's something to that word original connected. Maybe it's even connected to this lifetime. I don't know. I don't know, boo, but we're going to find out. Okay. How many attachments do I have? That's very interesting, because at the time when I actually was I did a check to see if anybody who at that time had any attachments, and it was no. So I'm wondering what makes her think that she has some. It's very interesting. All right. And she said, how can I release them? Wow. Okay. Which attachment is causing me the most pain? Gyro. Here we go. Okay. What is my strongest gift? All right. That's enough of the questions. So what do y'all think about those questions? Tanya said, wow and wow. The answer to these questions are going to be enlightening through their souls. Yes. For not only them, but for other people who come across the video and they watch the video. Right. So I'm super excited about that. I don't know what y'all think. So there we have it. Past life regression. Just wanted to do a little update on things that's needed. Those of you that are on Facebook, the two people that sent me that question of if they could book, and I said yes. Once you send me your questions and then book your session, I'll send you an email that I send everybody else. It'll have the links in it for some meditation, about some mantras, about some affirmations. And this is a good time for you to make sure you follow through on this. Everybody, listen. Make sure you follow through with the HemiSync if you know you have those attributes of overthinking, control, um, anxiety. What else? There's one more, but I can't think of it right now. But if you have those issues, make sure you follow through with the HemiSync. And I put the links in the letter that I sent you. The very first letter that I sent you guys has all the links in it. Okay, so make sure you follow those. You do need to make your mantra. I was going to say, and if you want to, but no, you do need to make a mantra. Most of you around your session, make your mantra about being clear, being audible, being open to receive information, etc. And anything else that you want to put in that you can say on a daily basis when you get up. You can write it on your mirror. You can put it on your phone. If you have that thing where you could send yourself a text message and it comes to you every day, Allow that to come to you. Allow yourself some time to just sit with you and allow you to get acclimated with you. Have a conversation with your guides. Have a conversation with your angelic team. Now, we don't talk about this a lot, but your angelic team can be invited in and will. If you have specific questions for your angels, then ask those questions. Those of you that have already sent me questions, if you feel like there's a question around that, when we get ready to have our well, I guess our meet and greet is where we're kind of sitting and talking. I'm getting to know a little bit about you, and I tell you, of course, about me. Then that will be the time if there are specific questions that you want asked by specific guides or whatever. And now that person who sent me their questions a few minutes ago, let me see the ones that ask about. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you, I thought it was so amazing. The one that sent me the question about do I have a past life? Do I have past lives with the guy that I'm dating? That person, I like the way they coordinated their questions. They coordinate their questions by, she put soul counsel. Okay, so that would be like her, her team. And then she split it up for higher self questions. And then she split it up to ancestral guides. I love this. I love this. I love this because I already know when we get to that point where we have that chat with the team, she already told me who she wants what question to be asked to whom as they come through. Now, for those of you, so what's going to happen as we go through the past life regressions, um, if there are times where I need to ask the higher self to come through for clarity, then I will ask you, to step back, and then I'll ask that energy to come forward. Okay. And if there is a constant dialogue, I will ask that energy to step back. And then I will ask you to step forward. And we will go back and forth with that if necessary. Don't worry, we're gonna listen. I got you. Okay. Um, Now, and then I will ask the higher self, is that all they need to know around that specific area? I am your biggest advocate for this. Listen, I love what I do. I love what I do. And to be able to do this, give it permission. I love it. I'm going to make sure you get what you need. Count on it. Okay. So that's the 4 hour allotment. Now, if somebody goes over that, no problem, because I'm only doing one a day, which means that if we go a little longer, it's going to be okay. So have decided not to plan anything afterwards, right? Or before the day. In the morning, if you have a morning slot, I learned just to prepare that time for me to be ready, right? Okay, then another thing, if there is say for instance we're in a past life and I need to get some clarity for you, I will ask you to step back and ask that other energy to step forward so that we can get some clarity as well. So it could be while we're it's not even necessarily through the question session, but it could be to your past life, just to get some clarity for you. Now, some of you powerhouses, now I don't even know who you are yet. Well, actually, I do know too. But some of y'all that I've never met before, and I feel you're a powerhouse. I'm gonna ask you. I will be able to feel it before we even start the session. Once we get that face-to-face type thing, I'm gonna ask you. A couple of y'all, I'm gonna ask y'all. Can I ask 2 questions that I want to be asked for myself about general things? Right? I will ask that. Okay. Actually, my higher self will let me know who's supposed to do that. So I'm excited, y'all. This is badass. This is badass. I thank you, one, for choosing me. You and your conscious collective team, your ancestors who is badass. And I thank all of them for choosing me to be able to do this. I thank my collective, my higher self, for trusting and knowing I can get this shit done. And that it's going to be beautiful. And that it's going to be a learning experience for all. Because I love what I do. Yo, I love what I do. I'm just, I'm glad I said yes this lifetime. I'm glad I said yes. And you know what? Being a path, uh, being a life path 11 says a lot about why I chose this. Being a path life 11 says a lot. I chose my birth, so I chose this, right? Okay. As one heals, we all heal. Yes, Tanya. So some of you are going to be healing through the emotional roller coasters that they go through the information, through the, oh my word, I didn't know that. And just through the knowledge that will be gained. I'd like to think that the reason that I'm allowed also to be able to do this, among other healers and other past life regressionists and other quantum healers and other hypnotherapists, that our main goal is to bring forth knowledge that some don't even know about, right? And when you get to go to see part of your future, you will get to know if you're on path for that. Okay? When you do your quantum healing, which some quantum healings require this first session to be an initiation, the catapult to jump off for it. And for some of you, we can ask your higher self, will this be the all for this particular healing around this X, Y, and Z? The higher self knows. Or if there will be continued work for you to do, and if there is continued work to do, what is that work? Okay, we're gonna get it. Y'all know, listen, if y'all don't know nothing about me, y'all know I ask 1,000 motherfucking questions about a lot of shit. So you got the right one as a regressionist to be able to do that. And what I mean by that is I always dig deep, right? So my guide, so that she taught me maybe about a year and a half ago. No, but last year. When you ask a question, you can get an answer. However, if you don't ask the question like, do I need to go deeper and ask other questions, that one question could be answered. If you just go with that and that's it, sometimes you miss something. So it's important. It's important for me to know that. So my own life experiences are a bonus for you that are coming for the regressions. Because I know, okay, do we need to go deeper on this, right? Is there any other contributing factor for this, right? Do you see anything else for them? Right? We're going to get it in and we got the time. And you got the right one. Okay. So I'm excited about this. Over sometime this week, I want to find some time this weekend if I can do it. I got some shit I got to do. I want to find some time to be able to post up Tanya's and Ricardo's past life regression portions of those so that you can see the like, yeah, okay, all right. And just today, well, not today, just a couple of days ago, I came across a video that was from a travel that I went to Jamaica, and I don't even know why I went there. I went there looking for, if I'm not mistaken, I went there looking for Tanya and Ricardo's regression so that I could upload them from my phone uh, to my laptop or to my desktop so that I could put them in the editor and chop it up, right? And I came across this purely, I guess, intentional. I was supposed to see this whole regression of where Trust was doing a regression and Mike was doing it. And it was just beautiful. Sand was there, Charmaine was there, Randy was there. It was just magnanimous. And I think that was just full circle, that to see again, to see. And I was so thankful. And yeah, those things happen for a reason. When you come across something, you're supposed to be doing this over here, but then you come across this. Okay. There's never a coincidence. It's an intentional thing by your team, right? And as I was walking, I listened to the entire thing. I haven't watched it because I listen to it and every now and then I take my phone out and I look at it. But for me, it was hard for me to hear because my camera was a little distance from the person who was having the regression. So this is another reason why it's important, even though I had it up as loud as it could go, Sometimes you never know the audio of the person who is having the regression, if it's going to be loud enough based on your distance from them. So this is the reason why any of you that are having a past life regression with me, quantum healing with me, it's really important that your equipment be close by and the volume up as loud as it can go. Okay, that's important. And then also, if you can, incorporate in your mantra or your mantra or affirmation about when you have your past life regression. I will be clear and I will be loud and audible. My voice will be right. I did that for my past life regression. You can hear everything on my head. You probably can hear my ass breathing. Okay. I wanted to make, first of all, my tone is never soft, but when you're under hypnosis, you don't know, there's not a volume button, right? Unless I mentioned to speak loud or clear. Now I can incorporate that as we begin to take you under. I can incorporate that. Okay. I can incorporate a little short mantra for you to have. And because your consciousness is so like this, actually it's like that, we'll be good. Okay. All right. Does anybody that is here have any questions? Let me know, because I know some of you are I can't tell if some of you are on, I think some of you are on Facebook and some of you are on um my YouTube channel. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about anything around the sessions themselves or around me doing the regression? Anybody have any questions for me that you'd like to ask? Feel free to do that. It's a beautiful day outside. It's cold. I didn't expect to be on this live for this amount of time. It was just supposed to be really short, but then I just really got to going in about just different things that was popping up and touch this, touch that, touch this, touch that. Okay. Thank you for your questions being as thorough as they have been. Those of you that's having a regression. Yeah. All right. I don't see any questions, and I'm just going to wait, give it a little bit, because I know sometimes when I be on the live and I'm typing my questions, sometimes there's a little delay and you may not see it. So to make sure that I don't have anybody that has a question, etc., anything like that, before they hit send. And okay, see, there it goes right there. So I can't wait to meet you. Absolutely, Kim. I cannot wait. I'm excited. Your questions were great. They were. Um, yeah, it's different when you see him on the camera, and then you have his whole face to face chopping it up, and you're talking about light things, heavy things, all things, and it's just gonna be awesome. Just make sure you stay relaxed and know that you're coming for an amazing healing process, and we're gonna get it in. So also, some of you, if you've had um loved ones that pass, we could tap there if you want to see if they want to come through. It is always their choice, right? So I'm excited about it, y'all. Okay. All right. I don't have anything else. I think that is it. So I hope everybody have a beautiful day. I'm gonna get out here and do some strange things for some change. Oh, I'm supposed to go walking. It's 12:07 and I am already totally behind on what I need to be doing for today, but I am dressed and ready to go. I've got my lime water and everything. So here we go. Okay. Peace and love, Tanya. Peace and love, y'all. Thanks so much, everyone. I hope everybody has a good rest of the week, a good work week coming through. I didn't see anything about any snow. Yes, a lot of people got some snow, and I got zero. But I did have some a couple of weeks before that. So, all right, y'all. Peace.